back to my channel. My name is Tawana Antoinette. Before we begin your reading, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone. We just hit 500 subscribers on this channel. So thank you. I wouldn't be able to do that without you. Thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes. Thank you very, very much. Really appreciate it. With that said, let's jump into your reading. I already pulled 2 cards for you. The energies surrounding you right now are coming up as the animal archetype and the gnosis. I don't know how to pronounce this word, but yes, this and this. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Innermost knowing, mystic truths. True knowledge is not found in facts and figures in scholarly books or library shelves. Rather, gnosis, however you pronounce that, points to the deep and timeless archetypal wisdom that arises from the felt experience of having touched the unknown with every one of the senses. Those who are drawn to gnosis find themselves in esoteric studies, likely involving mysticism, alchemy, healing, or perhaps science. Knowing is their calling. Not knowing is their job description. That's funny. No matter how far the alchemists take their studies, they come to the ultimate conclusion that facts slip towards mystery, and soon the mystery results in facts. This card signifies a knowing that is life-changing. Once you experience it, you are forever changed and become a guardian of gnosis. However you put. If you know how to pronounce this word, Gnosis, please put it in the comments. The eternal mystery is calling you. Study your passion in the deepest way possible to you. Okay, so you're waking up to a knowing. I'm actually very intrigued to find out what that means. I can't wait to dive into your tarot spread. But before we do, another energy surrounding you right now is coming out as an animal. And this means that we are mammals. The hair on our chest and between our legs remind us so. We try hard to deny our unrefined animalistic nature, yet through this archetype, we tap into power and direction. Activating the animal within means reawakening our relationship to nature in the most broad and embodied sense. Drinking from waterfalls, roaring at the moon, opening eyes underwater, eating berries from the vine. The life force of our planet begs us to set down the devices, the constraints, and the social constructs, and remember the warm blood that pulses through our veins. The animal longs for breath, food, procreation, and physicality. It wants soil under our nails and starlight on our skin. If this all sounds terrible or unsophisticated to you, take note that it is said that when Buddha became enlightened, he roared like a great lion. The animal demands we get comfortable in our own skin. The minute you accept, express, and celebrate the physical body, you tap into animal energy. All right, so let's get into your reading. Hold on, I just want to light my sage. My sage is out. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, what are your messages for Pisces? What do we need to know about Pisces right now? What are the collective messages that I need to get out to them? Please provide clear channel guidance for the collective of Pisces. Guys, remember this is a collective reading. Check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. Your messages may sometimes be in your rising or your Venus or your moon or your sun. It just depends. So I would suggest watching all of your placements to see where your messages are, or if you should apply if you should pick up messages from different areas. I know for me, I always get my career advice in my rising sign. I always get my love advice in either my sun, but most times in my moon sign. And sometimes I get extra messages in my sun sign. But I've just always felt like the most impactful readings for me are my rising and my moon. My moon is also my Venus, so yeah. Let me start the timer. Let's go. Messages for Pisces. What are the messages for Pisces? What are the collective messages for Pisces? Ooh. Messages for Pisces. Right, messages for Pisces. Messages for Pisces. Thank you. Messages for Pisces. Messages for Pisces. Ooh, okay. All right, Pisces. What are you over? Like, it's like you need to put some burdens down. You're burdened. Possible outcome. Possible outcome. One more card for Pisces. One more card for my Pisces. Thank you. You gave me two. All right. Pisces, I feel like a situation has become extremely burdensome. Extremely. It's like you've been pushed to your absolute limit. Like, this is as much as you should be taking. And I hope that you're putting these burdens down, whatever they may be. It could be a relationship with a person. It could be unresolved feelings that you have, but you're carrying something heavy. And I don't know what it is, but you need to put it down. Clarify this 10 of Wands. King of Wands came out. I'm going to leave it. Clarify this. Now you want to be jumpy. Clarify this 10 of Wands. Clarify this 10 of Wands. There's a few people popping up in your reading. Clarify this 10 of Wands. What is this about? What are my Pisces? Okay. Truth. Clarity. Someone is probably putting down a burden or a truth that they've been carrying for a really long time, and I feel like they're revealing it. Some of you are revealing a truth about your sexuality. I see here, this is probably like for one or two people in the collective. There are two male or masculine energies here who are putting down the burden of the fact that they're hiding that they love each other, or that they are in a relationship together, or that they're share their sexual orientation. They're putting down that burden and finally stepping into like sharing that truth. I don't know if it's with family or friends or whatever, but I feel like they're finally stepping into that truth. Now, that's only for a few people in the collective. Others, you've been carrying a burden, or you've been carrying a truth that it's like, it's time for you to put it down. It's either time for you to become honest with yourself now, or become honest with those around you. But there's a heaviness, there's something heavy that you are carrying around, and it is time. Stop it. Clarify this Three of Pentacles. Some of you could have also received some truth or some insight to a particular situation, and it made you feel extremely burdened. Like, why did you have to tell me that? You know, like, I was perfectly fine before. Why did you tell me that? All of a sudden you shared that with me, and now I have this huge burden on my shoulders. I don't know what to do about it, etc. So some of you also are looking at a situation that you want to get back with someone, or you're looking, yeah, basically want to get back with someone. Someone though who you felt like you had a divine connection with. It's like one of those connections where it never really dies, no matter how you guys separate, how far apart you are, that it's like that chemistry, that whatever you guys have between you, it still lingers. Time does nothing to it. And I see here you're thinking about that person, or thinking of reconciling with that person, or teaming up with that person. Yeah. Clarify the Six of Swords. So most likely it's an ex. Remember, this could be how someone feels about you as well, Pisces. Okay, so you may be dealing with a Gemini, you may be dealing with a Sagittarius, you may be dealing with an Aquarius or an air sign. More information on the Six of Swords. I need more, please. Okay, yeah, this connection is one that has possibly a karmic baggage in there, in the mix of this. It's not a regular connection, which is why you're probably thinking about going back to it. Some of you want to move on. Yeah, you want to move on to a smoother phase of things with this person. You probably left some kind of conflict energy with them in the past, and it's like, no, you're thinking about reconciling, to see if things could be better this time around. Could we possibly move on to a better space in a relationship this time around? And I see here that has somebody really in their head. It has someone really, really into their head about it. Or it will have someone really in their head. It's going to take time to balance out what has happened between you guys. It would, yeah, it's going to take time to balance things out, because there are some imbalances in the relationship, I feel. Clarify the Moon. Some things are hidden. Some feelings are possibly hidden. Clarify the Moon. Someone could possibly be living in their shadow side, in some deep shadow energy. Clarify the Moon. But now they want to put an end to these hidden emotions, these hidden feelings, because, yeah, you understand now that if you do want to work on something, that you need to reveal what you actually feel. Reveal yourself, show yourself. More information on the Moon. So someone is closing that chapter of being so guarded and closed off, or hiding their emotions. More info on the Moon. Stepping into a new cycle where they're perhaps honoring their emotions and revealing them. to know anything else about that then. All right, clarify the Tower. Thank you. Someone is going to shake up this entire scenario by coming in passionately, or they're looking at sending like a passionate message or something like that. Like, I don't get the sense here that there is a lot of love. I just see a lot of thought and a lot of action, but I don't see a lot of love here. So I'm inclined to wonder if this is where your heart really is, Pisces, or if this is someone who wants to send you a message or reconcile with you. I'm wondering where that person's heart actually is. Like, outside of history, you know, they say never ever build relationships with people based on things like history or how much time you have together, etc. This is feeling like one of those situations to me. You're so trapped to a situation because of the history that is shared, or what this connection is, or the fact that you do know that you guys have an intense pull to each other. But really, if we were supposed to think about it, is there really love? Like, is there still love? And there may be like disrespectful. I'm just gonna let that airplane pass. Yeah, even though there may be platonic love, we all know there are different kinds of love. There's like platonic, intimate, blah blah blah. So is there really intimate love is all I'm asking. But I see here someone is going to send a message, shake some stuff up. The person on the receiving end is going to be shocked about this message. It's probably like it's going to come in at a time that's like they weren't expecting it, and blah blah blah. It's going to make them think. Clarify the Four of Swords. It's going to make them think. Whoever's receiving this message is going to really go in a moment of, okay, let me sit my ass down and think about this. Clarify this Four of Swords. It's going to make them happy. It's going to make them happy, but they're going to take a moment to sit with it. And clarify this Eight of Cups. What is this Eight of Cups? Someone's walking away, but what are they walking away from? Clarify this Eight of Cups. What is this Eight of Cups? Who is walking away? Thanks. Maybe dealing with a Taurus or a Leo. Or a Scorpio. Gemini. Sag. A lot of different signs are on the board. Or this may be in your chart, or it just may be a placement in the person that you're dealing with's chart. All right, so someone is walking. Let me get some more info. Clarify this Eight of Cups. I feel like someone here is walking away from this entire relationship, everything that has happened here, and they're walking away because it's like, even though this was nice, it's not all of what I want. I have 8 cups in this relationship, and I'm gonna go find my other 2 so that I can have a full 10 of Cups, a full emotional experience, a fully emotionally gratifying experience, something more stable, something that I can rely on, something more concrete, something that offers me a high level of commitment, something that I can depend on more. Something that, remember I said the love is missing here? I feel like this person is on the hunt for that love. Let's get a possible outcome here. And remember when this card says that someone has a deep knowing, it could be a deep knowing about this relationship and knowing that it's not where you want to be anymore. And that's fine. That's fine. Spirit, what is the possible outcome? Most likely outcome of this situation. What's the most likely outcome of this situation? Outcome here. Most likely outcome for my Pisces. Pisces, I don't know if you're the person walking away or if someone's walking away from you, but we're going to get an idea here of the outcome of the situation. And remember, outcomes are just possibilities, because these tarot minor arcanas are situational. They can change depending on your actions. So if I pull a probable outcome, it's a likelihood. It's not like they'll come on my channel next week like this didn't happen. It is a likelihood. It depends on what a person chooses. Major arcanas we can't get out of. Those are life lessons that we reincarnated in this lifetime to learn. But situational things, you can get out of the Five of Cups energy. You can get out of, you know, like you can get out of different energies in the minor arcana. Anyway, possible outcome for my Pisces. Too many. Possible outcomes for my Pisces. Possible outcome for my Pisces. Spirit, what's the possible outcome for my Pisces? Too many. Possible outcome for my Pisces. Truth. Someone's cutting someone off here. Someone is walking away from someone else here. Someone is just done with the bullshit and they're heading to things that better align with them and what they want. Someone has also been burned and they've learned their lesson. Advice for Pisces. They're probably over-giving before, too emotional, overly nurturing, always wants to heal, always wants to fix. But now, the possible outcome is coming up as whoever that person was is over it, and I just see somebody's being cut off. Just plain straight up. Pisces, pick your side. Advice for my... Picked your card. Picked the TikTok card came out for you. It's card number 30. When humans created time, everything changed and contracted. People have come to look at life in a linear way, imagining that the past is behind them and the future ahead of them. But what if that isn't true at all? What if everything, creativity, beauty, chaos, and order were happening right now in a glorious timelessness? You have all the time in the world to co-create the life you desire. So release your agenda. Let go of your need to shape each moment to your expectations, knowing that what is yours will never be withheld from you. Miracles are here right now and always show up when you need them, right on time. Relationship message: love, the fulfillment of desire, and even the body's reproductive cycles have their own timetable. Some things are preordained and cannot be coerced. Everything has its season, its divine and appropriate timing, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. Remember that you always have enough time for love, to find it, to nurture it, to give and to receive it. Its clock is eternal and ticks according to the beating of your heart in perfect rhythm. Isn't that wonderful to know? Love is always right on time. Okay, I kind of think I know what's happening here for a lot of you. A lot of you experience a divine connection, and I feel like because of the divinity of it all, sometimes what happens when we do get into these karmic relationships with people, or we stumble on a karmic person, soulmate, twin flame, whatever you want to name that, that interaction is powerful. It's otherworldly. It wakes you up to the fact that there are things outside of this 3D space that you have a knowing about, but you possibly don't remember. Like, you have a past life, you don't remember all of your memories in the past life. You know this person, but you don't remember that you know them. There's just this feeling between you. Sometimes we have to wake up to the fact of life that those relationships are not long-term relationships. They are divinely orchestrated to teach you something at a specific point in time. And sometimes we burden ourselves with trying to maintain those relationships longer than they are necessary, or longer than we have to. This person came to teach you something. There's more out there for you. If you stop thinking from a scarcity mindset and more of an abundance mindset, think of more of these connections. Think of how good it will feel when you do find the person who is supposed to stay. So I just feel like some of you will be dealing with karmic relationships that are hard to release, even when the love has expired, just because it feels so good. And if you're in that dynamic, always remember that there's more, and you don't have to hold on to these relationships, because 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, we really never end up with our karmics past the period that we're supposed to have them. We're supposed to burn that karma and release them, and value the experience for what it allows you to do. And yeah, that's usually how it happens. So I know it's hard, but yeah, you guys will get there. And if you want to reach out to me to book a personal reading for us to talk about this in terms of your specific scenario, the information is in the description. And remember, if this resonated, leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. Thank you guys, and see you next time.